how you doing?
Good. Sorry, I was wrestling with my roof rack on my truck.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool.
Now I got to throw some croissants in the oven and start cooking them.
Tasty.
I might. I'll probably have to do these 2 batches.
Cool.
I put them all in at once. I have to put some on the one shelf and some on the other, and they'll all different. Yeah, so happy birthday again.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is it? Birthday number 12 now?
Can you hold on a minute? My dad needs my help for a second.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. My dad said never mind.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you keep having all sorts of birthday parties.
Yeah, got a lot of family.
You got, so what's the actual day? Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You see my brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with his fiance and her sister.
Nice.
Yeah, and grandpa and my dad.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So what's new with you?
Well, I've almost got a girlfriend.
A cat or a human?
No, a human.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name's Carly.
Carly.
Yep.
Nice. And how do you know her?
I met her on a dating app.
Cool.
Yeah, she was, I can't remember. Did I tell you about some of the gals I've been talking to recently?
Some of them, Nikki and Jordan. Jennifer. Not all of them. Some of them. Probably Nikki the most.
Yeah. Well, so after Nikki,
Not 10th Nikki, but you know what I mean. The other Nikki.
Yeah. After Nikki, I got back on the dating apps, and trying to think. I've been back on the dating apps for more than a couple months, and not even a couple months, probably like 6 weeks now, and
cool.
And I've been trying not to talk to too many people at once, but I've kind of had like pretty much a steady stream one at a time. So the first one was this like folk singer girl in Ellsworth, which is where I go to church. So I went on a date with her, and it was kind of, I think we liked each other. I think if I hadn't it was awkward part for me because I hadn't been on a date in a long time, and so I think we had a lot in common, but it also was a little awkward. At the end of the night, I was being kind of awkward, so I wasn't being all romantic. So then I'm not sure. She might have been into me and then thought I wasn't into her because I was being kind of awkward. She might have thought I was just wanted to be friends, or the other way around. So at the end of the night, she was all like, "Can I give you a hug?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she said that, and then she said, "Can I be your friend?" I says, "Yeah, of course." And so then she texted me the next day and was all excited, and then I texted her a couple times, and I wasn't sure if she was friend zoning me or if she thought friend zone was the best she could do for herself. So I tried to go on another date, but she was busy that night. And then the next day I texted her something, and then she didn't text back. And so then I was like, oh, well, I guess she's not that interested in me. And I don't know, maybe she was, but anyways, I haven't talked to her since then. And but then the next one, I went back to work, and I kept seeing this gal. I saw that she had liked me. She got on there, and she had liked me. And I was gonna like her back, and then she kept she was setting up her account, so she kept turning it on and then turning it off. So I'd go to like her back, and she'd be gone. The account would be turned off, and then it turned back on, and it'd be like, "Oh, cool. well, maybe I'll go like her, in a minute here. And then it'd be turned off again. And so we were kind of joking about that. And then finally, I liked her. And then she said hi, but it was in this sort of oh, hey, I didn't really think I was going to talk to you. And, but hi, nice to meet you. And I'll probably delete this in a day or two. And I said, oh, well, here's my number, so we can stay in touch if you delete it. And then we wound up chatting a lot that night. And I was like, oh, this girl's really fun and nice to talk to. And
cool.
And then the next day I was like, hey, because I was like, oh, because, you always want to try to meet somebody before you get too attached. So I was like, hey, what are you doing on Saturday? You want to go hiking? And she's like, oh, hey, great to hear from you. And then she's like, I can't Saturday. My son's coming home tomorrow, and it'd be great to go hiking sometime, but we'll have to find a time when my son's not around. And which is kind of hard. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, here's my schedule. Let me know when you want to get together and all that. And we were in the middle of a conversation, and then she asked me about a movie, and I asked her about a book and everything. And we're right in the middle of chatting again, and everything seems to be going fine. And she deletes her account, disappears, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, do you want to go on a date sometime? And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be great, but I can't right now. And I'm like, okay, well, when would be good? And then she just disappears, stopped talking to me. There's no way for me to get in touch with her again.
Oh,
and I'm like, I was like, okay, well, whatever. So then I was kind of sad about that. Then this other girl shows up, and right around the same time, and I tell the other girl, I was like, can you give me a day before I talk? Because I'm kind of sad about this last girl. And, that on my system before I talk to you. And she says, sure. So I give it a day, and then I call and I talk to that girl, and she was totally crazy. And
no.
She told me that she lost her gallbladder, and the hospital took it out and lost it. And she was missing her gallbladder, and I was like, I don't. And so I was like, okay, well, that didn't work out. Then I was like, okay, well, now I don't feel so, there are worse people out there than me,
Oh,
and then,
man.
And then the next one showed up, and the next one was kind of reminded me of Nikki, and she was gorgeous, and she was smart, and she was being normal, and she wasn't being weird, fright risk, and I talked to her for the first week. I talked to her, everything's going right, and she's like, yeah, I really like you, and this is going really good, but we should try to meet, because I don't want to get too attached and we don't know if we like each other in person. And I said, cool. I said, when can you meet? She says, oh, this was on Friday morning a couple weeks ago. And
oh, no.
She says, oh, I've got some time Monday afternoon, or could do something Tuesday evenings. Says, or if you want to do a FaceTime, I could do that tonight. I says, all right. I said, well, let's start with FaceTime tonight, because we were in the middle of this nice conversation where she'd asked me some questions, and I gave her these answers, and I asked her questions, and she was excited to tell me her answers. And so I was like, oh, well, if we do it tonight, then I can get your answers.
Yesterday?
This was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, gotcha.
No. She wanted to not type out the answers. She wanted to do it in a date. So I was like, yeah, let's do a date tonight. So shall we do that? Well, the date time rolls around, and she's like, I'm running so far behind schedule. I'm running out of time. And she says, I gotta cook dinner for my son, and I gotta take him to his house, and I gotta pack for this trip that I have to leave for super early. She says, can we reschedule for tomorrow night, which would have been 2 weeks ago Saturday. Oh. She says, can we reschedule for tomorrow night? Or you want, I might be able to talk tonight, but I'll be a little distracted packing for my trip. I says, well, I could go either way. I says, but it doesn't have to be a perfect visit. It'd just be nice to hear your voice. So if all you gotta do is have time to say hi tonight, that'd be cool too. She's like, okay, I'll keep you posted. So she's messaging me all night. Oh, I'm working on this. And I get late, and she says, let's catch up soon, which I was hoping was gonna be the next day, because that's what she had said. And she said, let's catch up soon. She says, sleep well, sweet dreams. And I'm like, oh, sweet. This is really nice. I like this one,
Oh, man.
And then the next day comes, and crickets. She didn't say anything. And I'm like, okay. And then the next day comes, and I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to bother her, but like maybe I should like arrange something for Monday because that was another one of the options. I said, you're still free Monday afternoon. We should get together tomorrow. She ignores my messages, crickets. Then Monday, I'm like, hey, what's the deal here? Are you interested in me or not? And then she comes back and she apologizes. She says, is there a time, let's try to FaceTime this week. Is there any time that's good for you? I says, yeah, this time. And then she doesn't say anything. And I'm like, well, normally when you're trying to arrange a date with somebody and you ask somebody when they're available and they tell you, then you say, hey, right for She said nothing. And then the next day she messaged me first thing in the morning and she's all sweet. She's like, I hope you have a great day. I saw some bluebirds.
Uh-oh. What happened?
I'm having a good day. And let me know when you want to get together. And then she like doesn't say anything. And then the next day she comes back and she says something about like, oh, your neighbors seem pretty cool. And I'm like, well, what about getting together, right? And then I'm like, well, I didn't even say anything to that because like, what the hell, because like, so then the rest, like, so an entire week goes by from when so it's like one night, it's like we're in the middle of this conversation. I can't wait to tell you the answers to my questions, and we need to meet and sleep well. And an entire week goes by, and it's like almost nothing. And I'm like, what the hell? So finally, I wrote her a week ago on Friday, and I said, what's the deal here? I says, like, we should meet because we're not even talking right now, like, and I don't want to hang out forever if you don't actually want to meet me. What? I said anything. And then she just deleted her account and disappeared.
Oh, man.
And I was like, okay. And then I was remembering this other girl that I've had a crush on for like 10 years. But, when I first met her, she was engaged. She married this other guy. She lived in New York City. Then she moved to like Washington, D.C. Then she moved to like Europe. She got divorced. Then she moved to like Seattle, Washington. And, and her dad's at my church. So every once in a while she comes through. And I've always kind of had a crush on her. But like she's always like lived somewhere else or been dating somebody. And family had invited me over for Thanksgiving. And she's moved back to the area and she's single. And we were kind of flirting with each other at Thanksgiving. So I was like, maybe I should just, this dating app thing's too stupid. Maybe I should just, because I've always kind of wanted to ask her out, but I didn't have her number, and I didn't want to ask her dad for her number because I thought that'd be weird. That's how I know.
Oh, jeez, nice.
And so I was like, well, so a few days, like, I don't know, sometime this last week, last Sunday, so about almost a week ago, I like looked her up online, and I found her. And she writes romance novels now, right? So I like signed up for her newsletter, and she's all like, romantic and stuff, and I read one of her books, and it's got like, like sex scenes and stuff in it, and I'm like, oh,
oh, jeez, nice.
and so I'm like, is this gonna be weird if I like write her an email at her romance novel website and like ask her on a date, like just like out of the book, And so I literally like I read, because I was like, well, I'm gonna ask her out, and I'm gonna wait till I've read a book so I can talk about the book. So I gave it a couple days. I read the book. This is like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to church, and I've got this email written, and I'm gonna wait and send it to her after church.
Gotcha.
And so that's my plan. As I was like, I had this whole thing. I was gonna ask her out and pursue her, and I've written this email, and it's sitting in my inbox. I'm sitting at church, and church is gonna start in like 10 minutes, and I get a text, and guess who it is?
Corey.
Yeah, but of all the people that I've been telling you from the story,
yeah,
who Carly is.
Oh man.
Remember the one that like I was really hitting?
Yeah.
Said was gonna delete her account, and I said, "Well, here's my number in case you delete your account." And then we were really hitting. I asked her if she wanted to go on a date, and then she just deleted the account, and I hadn't talked to her in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like 3 weeks. Like texted me like right before I'm about to ask this other girl out, right?
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, so that's Carly. So
Oh.
now that was like Wednesday, and we've been like texting nonstop ever since. And I'm finally gonna meet her tomorrow. So, but we really like each other. So as long as it's cool in person.
Did you meet her yet?
No, we're gonna meet for lunch tomorrow.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's different. It's different having somebody to text all day long.
Yeah. That's more weird than my dream. I had a dream about a girl too. Do you want me to tell you about it?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, last night I had this weird dream. I went to this basketball at school and some real guys playing, and I took a video, and then there was some other kids doing their homework, and this blonde girl came out and fell right through me and gave me a kiss and asked, "You look so cute, I'm gonna have your number." And then non-stop texting, so... And then the next day, she wants to go right down a bed with me. Then her real brother came with his mom, or her mom, and his real brother is asking me real questions, like cuckoo stuff, you know? So that's pretty much it. Just, I didn't know it was her brother, just her blonde sister just fell right to me and gave me a kiss and asked my number, non-stop texting me.
Nice. Okay, well, see, that sounds that's like my story, except that my story.
It's something more weird, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, her brother, he's a real guy, but he was asking me these stupid questions about cigarettes and cuckoo questions. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not sure if you know this person. My Uncle Richard, coming to work, he's very weird. Hey William, how come you don't have a girlfriend yet? How's your job doing? Yeah.
Who's this?
My Uncle Richard, Drake, my grandma's brother.
Oh, your grandpa's brother. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandma's brother. He's coming to work. He's very cuckoo and very weird. And
What?
like, I remember once he was... Oh man, there's a lot of stories. Just being weird, like, hey, where's the bathroom? I want to read all newspapers. You have newspapers. Hey, where's the kitchen? I want to use the bathroom in there. I want to go to the gas station. I want to buy 5,000 cigarettes, and I want to go to the store, buy Wolfane. Take 3 or 4 hours to buy a lot of stuff. And, hey, I want to put it on your lap when you're driving me home. Hey, William, how's your girlfriend doing? How's your cousin doing? Jacob. like those kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to hanging out with?
What was that?
You're looking forward to hanging out with?
Oh yes. I'm not sure if you met him before, but he's also a nice guy too. But he's weird.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, this girl's a little weird, but I like her.
Yeah. You mean Carly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got her all like. So yesterday, she was it yesterday morning? She said something about like. I said I was working on my French lesson, and she was like, "Oh, I want to go back to France," and I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then she was like, "Oh, because in my French lesson, it was like, you know, I was supposed to say something about I want this banana instead of this croissant," and so the answer was "Je voudrais cette banane au lieu de ce croissant," and they were wrong on the banana and the croissant.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her that, and she said, "Yum, croissants," and something about France.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, I was like, man, Oh no, she said Ouyang croissants. I didn't even know she'd been to France. Like I was like, I wonder if she's ever had a good croissant like you can only get in France. And
Mm-hmm.
because I make, have you had my croissants?
No.
Because I make good croissants, but they take like 2 days to make, so I don't do it very often. So I was like, and then it occurred to me, I was like, well, wait a minute. I got 2 days before a date. Why don't I make her some croissants?
Oh man.
So I started making them last night, but since we've been texting all day and all night, I'm always telling her what I'm doing, right? So I didn't want to tell her I was spending 2 days making these croissants for her. I want to surprise her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm working on a secret project I can't tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
So now, ever since yesterday, she's been all like, "What's this product?" And then it's funny. What's funny is she has no idea. I'm like, they're in the oven right now. She has no idea I've been baking these croissants. But somewhere in the middle of all the talking, she was like, telling me about. She was talking about traveling, or she sent me a picture of like her hanging out at home, and I said, "Oh, I like that artwork on the wall." And she said, "Oh, cool. Thanks. That was something I saw in Prague." And I was like, "Oh, I've never been to Prague." And she says, "Yeah, that's where my family's from." So she's from Czech. She's Czech. And I was like, "Oh, cool." And then she starts talking about all this good Czech food, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds really good." And then she starts telling me how she's really good at baking, and she makes this really good Czech thing called kolaches. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good." So that was all yesterday, talking about all that. And then today, I was like, "Yeah, I'm still working on that secret I can't tell you about." And then she's like, "Well, I've got a secret I'm working on too. I can't tell you about." And I was sitting there going, "I was like, what are you making those like that she was telling me about?" Because then, and then she's not as good at keeping the secret. She doesn't know I'm onto her, right? So she's like sends me a picture of like her Czech cookbooks, and she's like, "But I can't. I'm not telling you what I'm doing."
Oh man.
Like, gee, I wonder what she's doing. But that's kind of funny though, because I think we're both like baking for each other, and I'm the only one that knows that.
You got the.
She has no idea I'm making her croissants.
Oh. You got the weirdest girlfriend I ever know. Yeah. Well, maybe when you see her, maybe she'd be nice. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she asked me earlier if I was nervous.
Yeah, some people do. How about you? Are you nervous?
No.
Nice.
I said oddly I'm not. Normally I would be, but I'm not, because this one just seems really easy to hang out with.
So where are you guys going for lunch? Is she coming to your house?
Nope. She. You remember Acadia National Park, where we went with the mountains and stuff?
Kind of. Yep.
Yeah, she lives over there on that island, and so that's closer to where church is. And so she suggested we meet up at a place in Bar Harbor. Remember Bar Harbor?
Kind of.
Over there by the Acadia National Park, but it's
To be honest, I only remember the horses. That's it. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that was the same place.
Okay, now I probably remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to a place that's close to where we did the horses.
Mm-hmm. So she has a son and a daughter, or just a son?
I think just a son. She definitely has a 13-year-old son. She's always, well, that's funny too, because like she started out all kind of like distant, and shy, and then.
Do you have a picture of her on your phone?
Yeah.
Nice.
I might have a few pictures of her. Why?
I want to see what she looks like.
What? You want to see what she looks like?
Yeah.
You want to see just her face, or you want to see her standing up?
Maybe both. Probably when she stands up. Uh-oh, very scary.
All right, so this was this is her in Prague.
Okay.
And this is her that she sent me today
All right.
at home.
Oh, you'd send me by text. Okay, cool. Let me see.
Well, yeah, because you're on my phone, so I can't really show you my phone because you're on my phone.
I can still see it. Okay. Let me zoom in. Yeah, she looks cute.
Isn't she cute?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she was cute.
Yeah, she's really nice and she's really smart and she's really funny.
Yeah. Like, what kind of funny things does she does?
What kind of what?
Funny things that she does.
She's just a goofball.
Like this story you just told me, or something else?
Yeah, that, like, she was telling me about how, like, she was, well, it's not as common in Michigan, but around here, all the roads are, like, narrow 2-lane roads, so, like, you know, over there, like, if they're doing road construction, they'll, like, have a detour or, you know, they'll just close one of the lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Around here, there's no other road to detour on, and there's only the 2 lanes. So if you close a lane, then both directions have the same lane. So what you get is you get like flaggers. So whenever there's road construction, there's some guy standing in the road with a stop sign at the one end, and then construction, there's a guy standing in the road with a stop sign, and they have walkie-talkies, and they talk to each other, and they're like, okay, that last car's gone through, you can flip it around now, and we'll let people go the other direction.
Gotcha.
And so she was telling me about this time the other day where she was sitting at one of those with her son, and, you know, the guys would pick up their walkie-talkies to talk to each other, and she was, like, making up, like, voices in a conversation that they were having across the walkie-talkies. And
oh, jeez. Great. Nice.
So she's got a sense of humor.
Nice. Cool. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're doing good.
Yeah, and I've been working outside and stuff. I had this big giant tree that like broke in half in the storm in the winter, and so I cut the tree down and I chopped up the firewood and did all that. And I had this huge like plant thing that was like bigger than my house, chopped up, and I put part of my dock in yesterday, and the normal stuff, and I go. So yeah, tomorrow I go to church, and then I go meet this girl, which I'm pretty about. And then,
she's not gonna ditch you again, is she?
No.
Okay, cool.
No. Well, I mean, we're definitely gonna have this date. I mean, you don't ever know how long these things will go after that, but
yeah,
he's not gonna just disappear. I mean, that's part of the thing, though, is like they get. I mean, when they're nervous like that and they're going to disappear, they don't let you have their number, you know?
Yeah.
And so, first time she disappeared, I didn't have her number, and then she texted me. But that's what surprised me is I didn't realize she'd saved my number, and I still don't know why that played out. I mean, because she probably got nervous and wasn't expecting to meet somebody interesting, and you know, didn't know what to say, and got my number just in case. And then she probably went and talked to her friends, and her friends were like, "Why aren't you talking to this guy?"
Oh, geez, yep.
You probably needed somebody to talk her into it, but
I
don't know.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah, I haven't asked her about it, you know, because it also could have been that, like, you know, she also might have like started talking to another guy like the day before me or something, and he might have been local, and they might have gone on some dates, and you know. So
you mean the boy's father, or somebody else? You mean the boy's father or somebody else?
Somebody else.
Gotcha. Nice.
But, you know what I mean. Like, and so I mean, because I mean, nobody. No, I mean, she came in the nick of time because I was about to send that email, and probably if I sent that email, I know that other girl likes me and I like her, and so if I started talking to that other girl first, I probably wouldn't have chatted this one when she showed up. So
Nice.
but so yeah, you never know, and so because if it is another guy or something like that or whatever it is, it's just like there's no point in asking. It just makes it awkward,
Mm-hmm.
And it's not anything personal. She didn't know me, so it's not like she,
Yeah.
How was she supposed to know she was going to like talking to me this much? At least croissant smells so good.
What's in it?
Lots and lots and lots of butter.
Is it like a dessert, Vinny, or a meal?
Yeah, usually you'll have them for breakfast, but they're just all buttery and flaky.
And you cooked them like 2 days?
Yeah, because you have to first because there's yeast and stuff too. So first you make like a little ball of dough with some yeast, and then you let that rise for a while, and then you like make another ball of dough with milk and no yeast, and then you mix those two together, and then you let that rise a while, and then you like take some butter and you let that get to the right temperature, and then you mix that up, and then you take that other dough that's been rising, and then you shape it out, and then you put the butter and you make a square out of it, and you put it in that dough, and then you fold the dough over and you roll it out, and you flip it and you turn it and you roll it and you fold it and roll it out, and then you stick it in the fridge overnight, and then you come back, roll it out, and you flip it and turn it and roll it out, and then you let it rise again, and then you put it back in the fridge for an hour. Then you take it out, and you chop it up, and you roll it up, and then you make little shapes with it, and then you let that sit and rise for a few hours, and then you bake it.
That sounds really interesting because I think I made it when I was a kid in school.
Maybe not croissants, but I mean, lots of things that you bake take a long time like that.
Yeah. Because when it was bread, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, all bread you have to rise, but.
Yeah, but everything you just said, it gives me a memory about. I think I used to do that in middle school, cooking class.
Maybe.
Yeah. How long do you want to FaceTime for?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we can give it 5 more minutes when the.
Sure. No problem.
I'm trying to remember what all I have to do. I'm almost done with my outside projects. I think I'm done with that roof rack. I think I just need to put my tools away.
So what? I remember we used to FaceTime. You do your work at the same time. We did that once.
Well, I mean, so the roof rack is outside with tools crawling all over the place. So there's nowhere to put the phone.
Oh.
And then the other thing I have to do is I have to practice the organ. So I can't really talk while I'm practicing.
Well, there was something else you did inside, but yeah, I got you.
Well, it all depends on what kind of projects I'm working on, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a while ago.
I mean, I'm technically working on the croissants right now while I talk to you because I can do that at the same time.
Yeah. What's the second thing you said? You're working on like a music video?
I'm playing the organ at church.
Oh, cool. Nice. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of projects. Do you do mostly outside or inside or both?
Both.
Well, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, what kind of stuff do you do? Mostly your projects.
Oh, I don't know. Different stuff all the time. Fixing stuff, building stuff, moving stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Music projects, computer projects, book projects, paper projects, cleaning projects, garden projects, rock projects, tree projects, plant projects, ocean projects, boat projects, car projects.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. What kind of competitive projects you been doing? I have I have a competitive project I'm gonna do this summer.
What's that?
I'm not sure it's a really a project per se. Because there's few of them I'm gonna do. One of them are fun and a lot of them I'm actually I didn't tell you this because I just got an idea of it a couple of days ago. I'm going to college. I hope I can go to college to work at my career job at Capetos for
That'd
project.
be cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You no, probably not at LCC. There must be one close there, like Wayne Community. Is there a college close there that you're gonna go to?
I'm not sure yet. I think so. Yeah, I gotta probably drive away while it rains or call Uber.
Cool.
I'm not sure if I want to work at sea, but it could be a fun job for me. But I gotta go to school for that. It's hard.
I don't think that would be a fun job for you.
Yeah. Well, the reason I might want to do it because you told me a lot of stuff they do, but yeah. But mostly I want to focus on is competitive stuff.
You could maybe work like help, like in what would be called the stewards department, which is basically like working at a hotel on the water. But like the stuff that I do, like it's not stuff you learn at school. And the guys that I work with, they're not friendly or kind or patient. And because you can't make any mistakes at all, because if you make mistakes, people die,
Yeah.
So the stuff that I do, you kind of have to just show up and be at the job and let everybody be assholes to you, and then make sure you never make a mistake. So I'm not sure that's really what you want to do.
You mean your employers or like the boss mostly?
I mean, like this entire industry.
Oh.
It's not like anything that you know. It's not like you take a class and
I got you.
Given an instruction and you just do the instruction. It's like you have to show up, you have to figure it out on your own, and you have to figure it out right away. And nobody's going to teach you anything, and nobody's going to be nice if you do anything wrong, and nobody's going to be nice if you don't know what you're doing, and nobody's going to teach you it. And that's all boats everywhere.
How did you figure out to do the job correctly?
Well, because I'm good at that stuff. I figure everything out right away. The second I see something, nobody teaches me stuff, and I just figure it out, and I don't make mistakes,
Yeah.
And so I'm just good at it.
Cool.
But and a lot of guys, and part of the reason there's not really schools and stuff for it is that, like, a lot of the guys that do it, they grow up in areas like this where, like, all their dads and stuff did it, and so since they were little kids, they were doing it,
Oh, I got you now. Okay.
So they just know how to do it too, and they don't even know how they know how to do it, so they can't. Nobody taught them how to do it. They can't teach you how to do it. They don't want to teach you how to. So it was extra hard for me because I didn't grow up on the ocean. I grew up where you grew up,
Lansing? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these look so good.
Let me see. Oh, I wish I could eat those, Finnies.
They smell so good.
Oh, man. I'm jealous. Maybe you can have it, maybe you can make it when I come in August, maybe.
Maybe, or I could make something else too. I know what you like. You like chocolate.
Nope. You probably think it was your girlfriend, but no.
I'm just teasing you.
I know.
I know you don't like chocolate.
Nope. Yeah, didn't tell you, I'm also, 100% this time. This summer I'm gonna make DVDs, my own DVDs.
Nice.
Yep, all I gotta do is just go to the store, get blank DVDs, and I can get started with the project.
Nice.
Yep, 2-hour videos. Yeah. I can also make extra copies if you wanna see. I can do it to it. It's up to you though. Okay, I think it's been 5 minutes. I think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I did. Now, yep.
You see, I don't really have a watch. I got a clock over there. So. All right. Good luck with your girlfriend for Easter. You can give me a text or give me a call and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let you know.
Cool. All right. I love you very much, and give Nutmeg a kiss for me.
All right, will do. Love you.
I love you. Have a good day.
Happy birthday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. 40 minutes to an hour. That's